Trump is seen as a huge threat to the Democrats because he said he would eliminate whole departments of these of appointed unconstitutional groups like the Department of Education. Biden's going off on that. And Marjorie Taylor Greene reminds us of the Mayorkas impeachment where he just ignored the rule of law. Welcome to John Mike Keene.
He is talking about doing away with the entire Department of Education. He's talking, he means it. This is not a joke.
Who did away with all of our border security? If it's a big sin to get rid of the Department of Education, think about our border security, which is another appointed group where you're allowed to, as president, and the Department of Justice and the Department of Homeland Security with Mayorkas. These are newly created institutions. And how well did they do their job on the border?
Alejandro Mayorkas is guilty of aiding and abetting the complete invasion of our country by criminals, gang members, terrorists, murderers, and over 10 million people from over 160 countries into American communities all across the United States.
So what if Biden removed the Department of Homeland Security or removed the border ICE agents, which they basically ordered them not to follow the law? How is that worse than removing the Department of Education under Trump? That is what the Democrats have already done. How's that worse than what Trump has said he might do?
This is a guy who also wants to replace every civil servant, every single one.
Well, if he replaces every civil servant, I hope he replaces the head of the Department of Homeland Security, because Mayorkas did not do his job. You have to replace that guy.
His willful refusal to secure the border has bankrupted communities, closed down U.S. schools that our children attend, drowned hospitals, and incapacitated law enforcement while empowering criminal cartels and illegal aliens.
And remember, Mayorkas, that's not a Trump appointment. I mean, that's Biden. You have a right to appoint your civil servants as desired.
Thinks he has a right under the Supreme Court ruling on immunity to be able, if need be, if it was the case, to actually physically eliminate, shoot, kill someone who he believes to be a threat to him.
And Biden saying that Trump is going to shoot the opponent, that's what they're trying to push off on really dumb Democrat voters. Last I checked, only one guy actually had 2 assassination attempts on him. That is, someone actually did get shot at. Biden's appointment to the head of the Secret Service did nothing. They didn't do anything to protect him. They broke every protocol to appoint at the head of that department. She had to step down because she was a diversity hire.
My Democrat colleagues argue that one cannot be impeached over policy differences. Well, I argue that breaking our laws is more than just policy differences.
Why have a law if you're just going to break them? Might as well remove them.
I mean, so I know this sounds bizarre. It sounds like if I said this 5 years ago, you'd lock me up. We got to lock him up. Politically lock him up.
We got to lock him up. And the whole crowd applauds before Biden offers the qualifier of politically lock him up. They're all, oh no, we thought you meant literally. And by the way, they literally tried to lock him up with his felony, with all of his cases. Merchan, we're still waiting on him to hand down the judgment of if Trump goes to jail or not, if they actually lock him up. But Biden says, oh no, we don't mean literally lock him up. We mean politically. No, you literally locked him up. And all those people applauded when you said lock him up. That is a dangerous, politicized, evil, anti-constitutional thing to do. Marjorie Taylor Greene is just saying Mayorkas should just do his job and follow the law.
Today in my own office, narcotics law enforcement officers from Georgia told me that 7 out of 10 Oxycontins or Percocets sold on the street are laced with fentanyl, and that comes directly across the border from Mexico.
And how did our government get that so wrong? 300 people are dying a day of drug overdoses, 7 out of 10 coming up from over Mexico through that porous southern border. They didn't do their job. You have to replace all of these people. This is all of Biden's appointments. They all have to be removed. And yes, he has justified politically, physically locking up a political opponent, his number one opponent in the campaign. They went after him. And now Trump, it's time for Trump to clean house. What do you guys think? I'm John, Mike, Keen.